Honey, just try and reason with me here.
I'm trying to reason with you. You're being difficult.
You know the farmland hasn't brought in much revenue in the past years, since we acquired it.
I understand that, my dear, but there isn't much we can do about that.
That's where you're wrong, darling. There's a lot we can do.
How?
The insurance policy. Don't you remember we got insurance on it?
Oh, yes I do. What about the insurance policy?
We can use that in our favor. Everyone's doing it these days.
How do we use the policy when the property is still intact?
Even after all these years of being married to one another, you're still this naive.
I do not follow.
The insurance policy states that we can recover a sum of $400,000 if any damages are done to the property while it's under insurance.
Yes, that's true, but as I said, the property is still in the best condition. Unless you're hoping something bad happens to it soon, then I don't see how we're getting our hands on that money. Also, what do you need money for? We're well off.
I told you, I'm having a girls' trip next month to Hawaii.
Yes, I'm aware. You've already booked your plane ticket and everything, so what's the issue?
I don't have any clothes to wear.
How can that be? Your closet is filled with tons of outfits.
No, I don't like them anymore. They're also last season.
Does that matter?
You want me walking around with clothes from last season?
I'm still failing to see the issue with that.
You know what? Never mind. You're too old-fashioned.
Baby, you have a closet filled with clothes, and good clothes too. That will have to make do for now.
That wouldn't be the case if we got this insurance money.
Even if we did, wouldn't it be better to use it for more important things like expanding our farm, or buying real estate, or our future children's college fund?
You worry too much about the future. The future will take care of itself. It always does.
Ugh. Whatever you say, honey. I have to go now. Duty calls.
We're in the middle of an important conversation.
We'll finish it another time. Hey, I just got home and everything's a mess. Your clothes are all over the bedroom and living room floor. Plus, you didn't take out the trash like you said you would.
I know, but I was running late for my nail appointment, so I had to dash out of there. You can clean it up, right?
Fine, I will. What time will you be coming back home?
Not tonight. You can go to bed. I'll be staying over at Tracy's.
Tracy? You know I've told you that her company isn't good for you.
You gotta let that go. It just happened once again, and it would never happen again.
You ended up in a prison cell. I had to come and bail you out at 2 a.m.
You're being controlling again.
I care about you.
If you really did, then you'd allow me to make my own decisions. Tracy's here. Gotta go.
Stay safe.
Hey, sweetie.
You want something. What do you want?
Why would you assume that?
Because you only use pet names when you want something.
That's not true. I'm just checking in on my husband at the office.
Oh, is that the case? I'm fine, and you?
Absolutely splendid. So, I had an idea concerning what we spoke about yesterday.
You're gonna stop hanging out with Tracy?
No, of course not. I'm talking about the insurance policy on the farmland.
I knew you wanted something.
Just listen to me.
I'm listening.
I know the policy states that the damage has to be done by either natural disaster or another party who is not a party to the contract. But what if we stage it?
Stage it? Like we destroy the property ourselves?
Exactly. You aren't as slow as I thought.
No.
What?
I said no. I will not commit fraud.
If you love me, you'll do it.
My love for you is never in question, but I can't commit fraud. Do you know the punishment for such an offense?
That's only if you're caught, and we will not get caught.
I'm sorry, Samantha. I can't sacrifice my integrity for this.
So you enjoy being poor?
We're not poor, for crying out loud, Samantha.
What's the difference? You know what? I knew you'd be like this, wanting to act like a noble citizen. You can hug your pillow tonight, because I'm not coming home.
Don't be unreasonable, Sam.
In fact, I'm not coming home until you change your mind.
What? Where are you gonna stay?
At Tracy's.
Samantha, you should come home. Baby. Samantha, don't ignore my text. Sam.
I see you still haven't changed your mind.
You're asking me to commit fraud with you, for which we could really end up behind bars.
What happened to the Josh that was ready to die for me? Or were those just words? Just empty promises?
Of course they weren't. They were more than words, Samantha. They were my wedding vows to you.
So prove it. Now's your chance to prove it. If you want me to believe you, then you would have agreed to this plan by now.
Samantha, I want you to understand the consequences of this action.
I do understand, but you don't seem to.
What do you mean by that?
If you don't agree to this within the next few days, then I don't think I can be with you anymore.
You're giving me an ultimatum?
If I don't, then I'd never be able to get the items before the trip. This month is almost over.
You're willing to break up with me over a few grand.
That isn't important. You have until the end of the week, so think carefully about the choice you're gonna make.
And if I still don't agree by the end of the week?
Then you'll hear from my lawyer.
You can't possibly be serious.
Wait until the end of the week, and you'll find out how serious I am.
Hey, baby.
We're having none of that. Have you made up your mind?
No, I can't, because I can't choose between either.
Why is this so difficult for you? We can just stage a fire and exit the scene without getting caught. It's really that simple.
Because it goes against my morals.
There's that word again. Poor people and morals. Where have your morals ever gotten you? How much money do these morals earn you every month?
Everything isn't about money.
Look around. Everything's about money. There isn't anything that money can't buy.
Money can't buy the happiness and the memories that we shared.
What memories? Now that I know what your stance is, prepare to hear from my lawyers shortly.
You can't possibly be serious. Are you ready to let everything go?
From where I'm standing, there isn't anything I'm letting go of. Rather, I'm gaining something. It's nothing personal. Think of it like a business transaction.
The divorcee papers just arrived in the mail.
Then you know what to do. Sign them.
Can we meet up and talk?
There's no need for that. The papers are right in front of you.
I won't sign it.
You're only preventing the inevitable.
I'll wait. You'll have to come over eventually to get your stuff.
What clothes? I told you I'd never wear clothes from last season.
This is ridiculous.
What's ridiculous is that you're refusing to sign the divorce papers.
I love you.
Love isn't enough to maintain a woman like me.
So that's it? You want to divorce me? I tried my best to provide for you.
And it wasn't enough. What about that? Do you not understand?
Just let me know this one thing. Was there ever a time you loved me back?
Never. So please, free me from this loveless marriage. What's going on here?
Whatever do you mean?
Don't be coy with me. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Quite the contrary, seeing as we haven't spoken since the divorce.
I'm just coming back from the insurance company.
And you're telling me why?
Apparently, I can't access the insurance amount.
What a shame.
You think you've won, right? Don't be so smug yet.
I don't know what you mean, but I expect that I'll hear from your lawyer soon, as that's what you're so good at.
I will never let go of that money. Not in this world or the next.
See you in court. Come prepared.
I am highly disappointed. I never knew you were this cunning. No one ever suspects the pure ones.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Stop playing the dumb card. You know what you did.
From what I recall, I haven't done anything yet.
So what was that stunt your lawyer pulled in the courtroom?
It's not my fault that your lawyer's incompetent.
You knew, didn't you?
That you would lose the title to the farmland once you divorced me?
Yes.
I happened to find out the day you sent over the divorce papers.
And you didn't bother to bring it up?
Now, why would I do that?
You're not the Josh I know. You've changed.
I haven't changed. I'm merely giving you a taste of your own cake. And I'm just getting started.
Don't you think I will ever give up this easily?
I wouldn't dream of that.
Josh, have you left yet? Can we meet and talk?
I'm busy, so I doubt I can make time for that today.
How about tomorrow?
Tomorrow is when the judgment concerning our suit will be delivered, so there isn't any time either. Don't tell me you're backing out now.
No, never. I will come out victorious tomorrow.
Good. Your inflated ego will make my victory taste even better.
You sound awfully confident.
I don't see why I shouldn't. See you tomorrow in court, after which I hope our paths never cross again.
Where was the loving Josh I knew barely a month ago?
You mean the Josh who is easier to gaslight and manipulate? Sadly, he no longer exists. Good luck.
I don't need luck.
Oh, trust me, you will.
You're all bark and no bite. You're just trying to shake my confidence, and I won't let you get to me.
See you in there. Was that enough bite for you?
Josh, baby, can't we work something out?
Oh, so I'm your baby now?
You know it's not like that. You know I always loved you. You were right. Tracy was bad for me, and I've decided to cut all contact with her.
You're very funny, you know that?
I'm serious. I could be sent to jail.
Oh, you should have thought of that before you went ahead to burn another person's property.
I believe if you come out and say you forgive me for what I did, I may be pardoned.
Now, why would I do that?
Because you love me.
It goes against my morals. I remember you asked me how much my morals can get me. Well, they got me $420,000.
All my friends were present at the sitting today, and you humiliated me in front of all of them.
Didn't you invite them because you thought I would be humiliated and you would win? Well, look how that turned out.
I know you can forgive me. I know you can. Please, Josh. I could be sentenced to 5 years.
I think jail term might be good for you. It'll help you gain some perspective.
You can't be serious right now. I won't last a day in jail.
Oh, well, see, it's nothing personal. Just think of it like a business transaction.
Josh, please. Josh, please, I'm sorry. Please, I love you. I've always been in love with you. Please help me. Only you can. If you don't, it might really be over for me.
Josh blocked this contact. 3 years later, and I had acquired a bigger farmland. Business was booming, and I loved what I did. I invested the insurance money into my business and worked hard over the past 3 years to get it where it is now. I followed the rest of Samantha's case via the local newspaper and found out that she was charged with contempt of court, an attempt to obstruct justice, and was sentenced to a 5-year jail term. I didn't feel any inch of remorse for her. She got what she deserved. That day in the courtroom, she had invited all her friends to come watch her victory, but she ended up being humiliated. They all cut off ties with her from that day on, leaving for the trip without her. She had tried to claim the insurance money, but the property was bought under the name Mr. and Mrs. Andrews, and seeing as we were divorced, she was no longer Mrs. Andrew, and couldn't seek to recover the money. Aside from that, I had presented the CCTV footage to attest to the fact that she was the one who burnt the farmland, and that was what wrapped the case up. I know she's still behind bars currently, and can only hope she gets reformed while she's there. Because with a criminal record on your profile, it would be hard doing anything in this country.